Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about my initial thoughts and reaction to watching Heartland Season 16 Episode 4. This goes without saying because there will be, I of course will be talking about the episode in this video, but I'll say it anyway. There will be spoilers for Heartland Season 16 Episode 4 in this video, so if you guys don't want to know what happens, maybe go watch the episode and then come back and watch this video. But if you don't mind spoilers, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you do enjoy the video, please leave a like on it. Leaving a like on a YouTube video is the best way to support a content creator here on YouTube. It really does help out the channel and help out the video, so if you guys could please leave a like on it, I would really appreciate that. And again, I've said it before, but I'll say it in every video. If you guys are fans of Heartland and want to stay up to date on everything Heartland related, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But with that being said, let's talk about Heartland Season 16 Episode 4. So, I knew going into this episode that it was going to be a very hard episode to watch because this is the first time we see Finn in Heartland Season 16. And for those of you guys that maybe didn't see the news when it came out, the actor who plays Finn in Heartland, Robert Cormier, actually passed away on September 23rd, 2022. So I knew going into this episode, and I knew the first time that we were going to see Finn in Heartland, it was going to be really hard and really emotional. I don't think I need to explain why. It's pretty self-explanatory. And it was really hard to see Finn in this episode. Personally, for me, I found it very sad and very heartbreaking. But I did enjoy this episode. And again, it was very hard to see Finn in this episode and him interact with Amy because it just made me sad knowing what happened, and that should be self-explanatory. I shouldn't have to explain why it made me sad. That being said, though, there was many things about this episode that I really enjoyed, and one of them was finding out that Alisha Newton, who plays Georgie, hasn't quit Heartland. We see Georgie in this episode. Well, we see her in the form of a FaceTime call, but we do see Georgie, and she actually does play a very interesting part in this episode, and we'll talk about that more later because I want to make a whole video on that, because this storyline I'm very excited about, because we find out in this episode, or at the end of the episode, Quinn calls Lou and says that Georgie had an accident and she is unconscious in the hospital. Now you might be asking, Hannah, why are you happy about that? Because storylines like these, judging and going off storylines like this in the past that we've seen on Heartland, like for example, Amy being in the hospital, Ty being in the hospital, these are not storylines that typically just last one episode. It's not, I highly doubt that next week we're going to find out that Georgie is all better. Okay, we find out that she is unconscious in the hospital, and Lou goes to Florida because she's unconscious in the hospital. I highly doubt that next week it's going to be like, she's all better, and that's good. Let me explain why. Storylines like these, I've made videos on it in the past, and I plan to make a video on it probably tomorrow. But storylines like these are very important for the future of Heartland. Let me basically very quickly explain why. Like I said, I'm going to make a whole video on this tomorrow. But storylines like these, they keep people interested. I'm interested in what's going to happen with Georgie in this season. And that's important because it keeps people coming back to watch each episode every single week, because people want to know, well, what's going to happen with Georgie now? Will we see Georgie? When are we going to find out what's going on? When is Lou going to, report back to the family what's going on? Is Georgie going to be okay? Is she going to wake up? Stuff like this. These questions keep people coming back every week and watching every episode. That's good, because CBC will notice that, hey, the viewership for Heartland is still very high. And the higher a viewership is for a TV show, the more likely it is to be renewed for another season. So you guys know where I'm going with this. If we want there to be a Heartland Season 17, then we need storylines like this that keep people wondering what's going on, what's going to happen, and stuff like that. And the easiest storyline for writers to write that are like that is storylines where people are injured, sick, in the hospital, drama, or dying. So that's just how it is. So I'm very interested what they're going to do with Georgie's character in this season, and I'm very interested to see if Georgie comes back to Heartland at the end of this season, or if the storyline of Georgie being in the hospital is going to be a storyline that continues into the end of the season. With that though, I think that with season 16, having 15 episodes, I think if Georgie remains in the hospital until the end of the season, in my opinion, that can be a bit long, but I also understand from a story writing standpoint how that could ensure, essentially, a season 17 of Heartland, because everyone's going to be wondering, what's happening with Georgie. I just hope that this isn't a storyline that the writers kind of just throw in there to explain why Georgie is, absent from Heartland, but yet still trying to keep her character relevant to the show, if that makes sense. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think that this storyline is going to be very well written, and I'm very interested to see what they do with this storyline going forward for the rest of the season. And then the last thing I want to mention about this episode is we got to see a new character, and this character is a character, or I should say this person is a person from Tim's past. And he is played by Peter Michael Dillon, and the character's name is Mike. I cannot remember his last name for the life of me. I'm just drawing a blank. But his character was very, very interesting. And his arrival at Heartland brought a lot of drama. Now, I am very conflicted on if I like his character or not, because I've wanted for so long to know more about Tim's past. So I was very, very excited when it was revealed that Mike was Tim's friend from the past, because I wanted to know more about Tim's past when he wasn't with Marion. That's one of the things that I've wanted for a long time. But then when Mike blackmailed Tim, I was like, okay, I don't like you anymore. But that being said, I'm hoping that we learn more about Tim's past in this season, and I think we will, because we know that Shane is returning, and the actor who plays Mike, Peter Michael Dillon, is still shooting Heartland season 16, because they are still shooting. I think there is 6 weeks of filming left, and he has been seen on set multiple times. So I'm assuming that we're going to see his character in more episodes, which I'm very excited to see what happens with him next, because this episode kind of left on a big cliffhanger when it comes to what's going to happen next with his character, but we do know that he will be appearing more in season 16, so I'm very excited about that. But that is all I have for today's video. I'm going to make a lot of videos this coming week about things that happened in this episode, specifically the future of Heartland and what the storyline with Georgie means for the future of the show, because I think that is very important, as well as I have a lot of other videos planned regarding the future of Heartland and if there will be a Heartland season 17 or not. If you guys want to get notified when I post those videos, make sure to leave a like, or not leave a like, well, yes, guys, leave a like on the video because it does really help out my channel. But if you guys want to be notified whenever I upload those videos and you don't want to miss the updates regarding if there will be a Heartland Season 17 or not, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.